Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I forgot my bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I'm in a hotel, so I do my own ding-a-ling in the hotel room. Yeah, I think that can get me in trouble. But welcome, everybody. This is Fan Doosra. This is where we talk about the most exciting league in the world. And now things are heating up. Today we have the El Clasico. There are other teams that say they're the El Clasico. In my heart, these two teams are the El Clasico teams. These are the ones that are the best of the best. Four times champion versus 5 times champion. That's El Clasico, as far as I'm concerned. It's CSK versus Mumbai Indians. But who would have thought? Who would have thought that the El Clasico people would be currently holding 9th and 10th position in the league right now? It's crazy. Listen, we're brought to you by Rario. Jump onto Rario.com and get yourself a free NFT. Before we get into talking about the match and everything that's going on, get yourself a free NFT. Now, if you don't know what an NFT is, that's good, because I'd say 99% of the population don't know what an NFT is, right? It's a non-fungible trade. This is the future. This is the little things that you can own digitally that could make you lots of money. This is how the kids are going to be trading in the future. I'm talking crypto. I'm talking metaverse. And you can get a little slice of that action for free today by going onto Rario.com and signing up. I'll tell you how you can sign up in just a minute. And look, Akshat straight with a comment. Battle of the IPL Titans. It really is, Rishi, isn't it? This is, on paper, it's two titanic teams coming together.
It is, Tommy. I think, if you just look at the number of trophies these two teams have between us, 9 trophies in 14 seasons. And then obviously Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians have also played a lot of finals together. Chennai has made it to the finals quite a few times. So I think, irrespective of how many trophies we have, this hasn't been a great season for both the teams. But end half of the tournament, I think it's time to improve your position, especially for Chennai Super Kings. We win today and we go to the number 6 spot. So really looking forward to the game today.
Are you really still in it, Prasanna? Is there really a chance of this 6th spot position? Are you still hopeful, optimistic?
Slight hopes, if any, because we depend on other results. And when destiny is not in your hands, you can't do much. I mean, CSK at best they can do is win 3 out of 3 and then hope for the rest, which, let's be honest, we lost too much ground in the first few games. We lost our first 4 games, and that was where half the thing was lost. So if we qualify, great. But if we don't qualify, as Dhoni said, it's not the end of the world.
No, you're right. It's not the end of the world. But someone who wants to end your world are the Mumbai Indians, because look at them. They're like a couple of drunk people at the party right now. Look at them. They don't care. They don't care how they come across. They're free there. They're just doing what they want to do. It's their chacha's house and they can do what they like. It's like that freedom of having fun with it. Muskan, welcome, by the way, to Fan Doosra. First time you're joining us. How excited are you about spoiling the party today?
Very, very, very excited. So MI versus CSK has always been the El Clasico. People are very, very excited, and people from all parts of the world like to see the clash between the two titans of the IPL. So very excited, and Mumbai Indians obviously has an upper edge over CSK. So I hope that the tradition continues today and we win the match.
Okay, she wants to continue traditions. Naresh, what is today's win? What would a win today mean for the Mumbai Indians? Because we know you guys are out, and you guys know that, and we've moved on from that now. But now, where's the mood at today for Mumbai Indian fans?
Tommy, when you are in such a position, and it goes for both the teams, you get inspired by the opposition, and this is what these two teams are about. Both teams will get charged up purely because of the opposition, and most important for Mumbai. I think I've been reading a lot. 2019, this day we beat Chennai in the finals by a run, so that should inspire. And in the past few shows, I've been saying that we need to take a call on Pollard purely because 3 to 4 occasions he missed out on taking us across the finishing line. His form is a concern, but we backed him. So today he has to play. It's his birthday, so that's another inspiration for him personally to prove it. And what can Mumbai Indians take from that legacy of Pollard since 2010? So I think there's lots at stake purely with the opposition in mind. and how we want to look ahead in the next season. And yeah, as you say, you forgot the bells. It's like we have forgotten how to win. So it's time to get that back.
Okay, this is exciting. Are dates like that significant to you, Rishi? On this day you lost, 3 years ago.
A lot has changed since that happened, Tommy, 3 years ago. 3 years is a long, long time, and what's interesting is that it's a new day, and let's not forget Chennai Super Kings have been playing better cricket than Mumbai Indians. Let's agree to that fact. Mumbai Indians haven't been that settled side. They used to be a threat in the IPL. I know after the new mega auction, it's difficult to just hold on to your old team. That hasn't happened with Mumbai and Chennai, but I think Chennai overall looks a better settled team. So I'm hoping that we script a new history today and change a few things on this day.
Okay, and talking about history, let's just have a look at your head-to-heads. These are the head-to-heads between Mumbai and CSK. 19-14, 3-2 though, going Chennai's favour in the last 5. That's gotta be more relevant. That 3-2 is probably a little bit more relevant than the 14-19, Prasanna. Would you not agree?
Yeah, because 3-2 is probably more recent. It's only the 4-0 in 2019 that makes the whole lot difference. And after that, it's just been CSK when Mumbai win, CSK when Mumbai win. It's been up and down. So it's a battle between two teams. Mumbai have this pride to play for, and they can play freely. They don't have the pressure of, say, a qualification, whereas we have the pressure of we have a slight chance. So in that aspect, it's a contest between something to play for and probably nothing to play for. So it's going to be interesting, and yeah, I just hope we win. I mean, it's a long time since we won 2 league games in a season against Mumbai. So I think it was probably 2014.
Yeah,
that was the last time. So yeah, hope we win today and increase the percentage of qualification by just this much, if any.
Yeah, you're right. DC winning, obviously, they go up to, I think, to 5th right now.
Yeah,
so
yes.
Is that happening? Coming to Mumbai though, Muskan, do you think that losing to KKR, that last one, does that affect the team even more? So are we kind of would the Mumbai Indians be kind of letting go, or are there some positives that you could have taken from that KKR loss?
So one of the major positive was Bumrah coming back into form. He took 5 wickets. So before that MI versus KKR match, he wasn't even being economical. Forget the wickets. So Bumrah's coming back in form is a very good sign. But that day we had 3 runouts, which made me very upset. So that was just not acceptable. We didn't had Surya, our stand-up guy. That was already a problem for us, and then. Polar's form is a major reason for concern. So I'm hoping we work on, we learn from our mistakes and come out better.
Okay, and I think Bumrah got 5 wickets in that last game. I'm sure one of you guys will correct me. 5 wickets, and I believe that means that today his total on this format of cricket is at 248 wickets. So he's going to cross the 250 mark if he gets a couple more wickets, making him the leading wicket taker at this level, which is surely a bit of incentive for him, Naresh. I mean, is it your bowling that's going to undo CSK today?
The confidence would be there because bowling kind of since last few games have been same, so you can say it's a bit stable. But still, I'm not convinced because we have 2 OCs in that bowling lineup, Meredith and Sams, and they struggle at this phase of the season. You have seen Pat Cummins coming back after being dropped for a few games. Only Hazelwood is someone who has, been outstanding compared to all the other bowlers from Australia. So that's a bit of a concern on what length they need to bowl. But yeah, Bumrah would need that support around. And to add to Muskan's point, the disappointing part was that KKR is also living in some hope. We could have kind of just pushed them out by winning that game after coming back after Bumrah's performance. So this season has been we put some runs. The bowlers don't help us. Bowlers get back in the game, but the batters don't help us. So that is a big concern. And now Surya is ruled out. Who's that number 3? Bravis has proved it in few games, but then who will he replace? Who will be the overseas player if he has to come in? So these are few concerns still need to be sorted out. We'll have to see how it goes.
Okay. Someone's actually got a comment here. Kishan says CSK can't qualify. I think they can. They can just about. And what would have helped is that big win over DC with changing the net run rate as well. I think it was a win by about 91 runs.
But CSK would depend on us to beat DC in the last game. I think that it will reach to that. The CSK will be sitting in their hotel waiting for Mumbai to beat Delhi.
So you could be party poopers. You could be making the party for these guys as well. So right now it might be against you. Soon it might be with you. Rish, can we talk about Jadeja? Can we talk about what's going on? What went on? Should we address that issue? Prasanna's nodding as well. So I want to address this factor. Rishi, what's going on?
What's going on? I mean, I'm not really part of the team management, but one thing for sure that he's injured.
1 second. We thought Rich is not a part of the team manager. Your influence, though, within the team is massive. They say there's Dhoni and then there's Rishi. That's how it works with CSK.
No, I wish that was the case. But Tommy, I think there's a lot of rumors going around that Chennai Super Kings unfollowed Jadeja on Instagram and all this. Cricket is actually played on the field. And let's not forget that Jadeja has been a very integral part of Chennai Super Kings. One thing that everyone has to keep in mind that Jadeja hasn't captained any side in the past. It was a gamble that Chennai Super King took. It didn't pay off, and we need to move forward now. The season is towards the end, and Dhoni is still there in the team, so he can take over the charge. He's done that, and I believe Jadeja is actually injured, and that was the reason that he wasn't there in the last game, and he's still been ruled out. So I believe we will have some official word from BCCI on the upcoming tournament when the team is selected. So we'll have more clarity then. But then all the rumors that, all's not well between Chennai Super Kings and MS Dhoni and Jadeja is all just rubbish talks. And I would want to focus on the game that is in front of us today and let the bat do the talking.
Is it rubbish talk? I'm seeing the articles. I'm reading the stories about the unfollow. I didn't realize we were back at school, back at college. Oh, I've unfollowed you. I mean, it feels like, where am I? Are we in the playground all of a sudden? Prasanna?
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, Rish, go on. What do you want to add? You want to make a final point?
There's just something that I want to add, Tommy, that, because cricket is so much followed in India, not just India, all over the world, and IPL is one of the biggest tournaments that you can have. It's compared to the best in the world. And it is very easy for people out there, in the press and the news channels to just pick something and make a big issue out of it. What happens behind closed doors is not something that you or I will really ever get to know unless there's someone who's actually sharing it from the team management. So that's what I say, that not just blindly believe those articles and rubbish memes that are out there. There's a cricket match to be played. There are a lot of things that are to be done. So let's focus on that rather than these articles.
Okay. So you're right. Okay. Not focus on the article, not the gossip element of it, but that whole element of standing by your captain, standing by your team, so I don't know. We don't know whether there is a rift. We don't know whether that is a factor or just a difference in management style or difference in running the team styles. Prasanna, okay, just what are your thoughts? What has happened in the Jadeja situation? Is it a case that he's just injured and now it's gone back to Dhoni, or is there something else going on? What do you feel?
I think he is injured because we saw while trying to catch. I mean, his knee got stuck in catching a patch, and that can really take a toll on your body. I mean, we have seen in the past. I think you would remember Simon Jones back in the Ashes. I mean, he had to be stretchered off. So sometimes it can be bad, but all these rumors, you unfollow, there is a ref, this thing. I mean, it's all just baseless talks, to be fair. I mean, even the same thing happened with Raina in 2020. I mean, all these rumors with his balcony wasn't good, so this thing he left, so this and that, all this nonsense. But next season we saw he played. So I think he's just injured, and I think he needs a break, because this has been a disaster season for him. I think he would accept that this is not a good season by standards. Then I think he would benefit from this kind of breaks, sort of things, where he comes back, recharges, because the bigger picture is India ultimately. So a bigger picture is playing for a country. So, and there are so many games to go before the T20 World Cup. So he would look forward to that more, to be honest.
Yeah, they're coming over here. They're coming to Ireland at the end of June, and then, of course, throughout the series in the summer as well here. And we will be there with the Bharat Army. So we look forward to sharing some stuff with you from there as well. Just from the neutral point of view, neutral point in the terms of the Jadeja stuff, Muskan, have you been following that? Because it is interesting. It is a talking point, and I think it's because it's like Rishi said, it's sexy, you know, to talk about the captain. Oh, what happened? Did he get dropped? Oh, the unfollow. It makes it very pop culture-y, which, you know, gets more eyeballs, gets us. Look, we're talking about it right now. If it's not an injury, should they have stuck with him? What do you think has happened?
Well, I believe that he must be really injured, but I don't want that to be the case. I really want CSK to let go Jadeja so that MI can target him next year. We really need a good spinner, you know. Mumbai messed up the option, I believe. We really messed up the option. So maybe we could try and get Jadeja. He's a superstar player. So Dhoni and Jadeja are my two favorites in CSK. So
Okay.
I would really want one of them to come our side. It will make our team much stronger and better.
Oh, I've just got a notification on my phone. Mumbai Indians have started following Jadeja. It just came up right now. Okay, away from Jadeja, moving on. Players in your team, Rishi, that we need to focus on for today. Whose day does it need to be?
Rituraj Gaikwad. I think we need that solid opening stand, because we've seen every time Chennai Super King has had a big opening stand, we've gone on to win the game. We've gone on to, do really well. So I think the opening stand between Convoy and Rituraj Gaikwad would be very, very crucial today.
Okay, Gaikwad is stepping up, and Conway. On a bowling front, Prasanna, what do we need to see?
Bowling front, I would bank on Mahesh Tikshana because he has been superb. I mean, whenever he has bowled, he has looked like picking a wicket, and I think he's picked a wicket every single game, and 3 wickets once, 4 wickets next time. I think he has been consistent. Obviously, he has his flaws. He's just a 21-year-old, so he does have his flaws, and he does go for runs. But as long as he picks wickets, it doesn't matter about how much runs you give. I would rather prefer, like, say, a 3 for 40 other than, say, a none for 20 in 4 overs, something like that. So he has been the pick, and I expect the same what happened last game. Dhoni setting the straight field for Pollard with Mahesh Tikshana bowling, and same rinse and repeat to happen again.
Okay. Moeen Ali started taking wickets as well, Prasanna.
Yeah, I mean, that's the player we know. Obviously, he has had his share of ups and downs, but we know that he is a bowler. Like, you can give him like 2-3 overs in the middle, and he can pick wickets, and that's what Dhoni does. I mean, he tries to slip in 1 over in between. If it goes well, then he continues him for 3 or 4 overs. If it doesn't go well, then he takes him out. So it's that kind of situation when Moeen Ali, he picked 3 wickets against 2 or 3 wickets against Bangalore, then again 3 wickets against Delhi. So that's been a consistent factor, and it will be interesting to see where he actually plays, because Uttapa came 1 down last time. Uttapa didn't come 1 down last time. Moeen Ali came, so it's kind of a shuffle between a batting order. But as long as we put runs on the board, I don't care who scores.
Yeah, just get me there, get me this win.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Okay, Rishi, what are your thoughts on Moeen Ali? I just really love him. I love watching him play. I love the way I love his presence on the field. I think he's got a smooth silkiness about him.
Just a lazy elegance.
Yeah, a controlled power, like an understated power, and he's lovely to watch. But like Prasanna said, we haven't seen him in the best of form recently. Your thoughts on Moeen?
When you see him play, he's a very cool character, Tommy. Not much fuss around him. He's not too hyper. Pretty chilled out. And what the thing to notice about this IPL is all the players who went for big money haven't performed. We've seen that with Ishan Kishan. We've seen that with Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Rituraj Gaikwad, other players as well. But with Moeen, it's just that, he hasn't had the best of IPL as compared to the last year. But he's picked up form. He's bowling well now. In the last game also, he bowled a few overs for us and got us wickets. So I'm just hoping that, he bats up the order, because I think Uttapa is best suited to come down and just hit those big sixes and boundaries, get us those boundaries. So like I said, if he get a big start, I would want Moeen Ali to come in. And obviously, like Prasanna said, 1 over goes well in the bowling department, he can be brought in again and get a few overs for us today.
Okay, Naresh, you've always got good wisdom on things like this. Does the big price tag then on players' heads mean there's too much pressure? If we're seeing big price tag, big hefty, expensive players not playing so well, what could that be caused by then?
It would be psychological, definitely. And I think Ishan Kishan has come out with a statement that he spoke to the seniors who actually advised him you have to leave the price tag behind and not self-pressurize, because you don't decide that. It is what happens on the auction table basis your capability. So yeah, somewhat there is a certain level of expectation basis the level of that price band which you have been bought at, but leaving that aside, Ishan Kishan, lots expected. He did get a 50 in the last game, but he got out at a crucial stage. That's going to be important on how he builds his innings and ensures if he is going past 10 overs, he needs to be there till the end to finish it off.
Okay. We've got go on. Sorry, go on, Rish.
Tommy, one point to add, this IPL especially was very important for Ishan Kishan because he was in the scheme of things for the 2020 World Cup and the Indian cricket team as well. So, given the price tag and everything, it was all the hype that he built in the last few years, Ishan Kishan especially. So, I won't be surprised if he's not in the team anymore. But again, Rohit Sharma is now the captain, so would be interesting to see whether he sticks to Ishan Kishan and still picks him in the playing 11 or 15 for the Indian team as well. But again, like Naresh said, big price tag. I think the players need to leave that behind and really go get on with the game.
Play their game, play freely. Muskan, I want to know your thoughts on Rohit because we've got Akshat here saying Rohit's form is also a concern for Mumbai and also Team India. And then you got Kaluram saying Rohit is the best player. How has Rohit done for you in your eyes?
Well, Rohit is my favorite player, and after Sachin, he has been the reason I've been supporting Mumbai Indians. So yeah, I'm here to back him. We are all here to back him. He has done very well, exceptionally well for the Indian team. Though yes, he has not been performing as per our expectations since the IPL in the last 4-5 years. But guys coming from a transitioning phase, he didn't perform well in the initial matches, but against GT and KKR, he did well. He got out trying to hit the ball. So I don't think his form is a matter of concern. I just hope he gets us a good start along with Ishan.
Okay. Is he likely to do that, Naresh? Is he likely to perform right now, Rohit? Can you feel it coming together for him?
Yeah. So when you see him scoring.
Rishi's cheeky. Sorry.
So when you see him scoring, Tommy, when you see him scoring, he's looking very good. He looks someone who's in good touch. I think it is not been able to play the long innings. There have been a couple of partnerships with Ishan, which they have crossed the power play without losing a wicket. But soon after that, he's kind of, you can say, throwing away his wicket because he's playing some kind of shots which he's not used to playing. The reverse sweep and all. So that is what he needs to be careful of, that he doesn't have a strong batting lineup. And now with Surya not available, it is one of these two openers to play 20 overs, And I would link Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, all these Jadeja together because they are part of India team, Each have a different situation to handle currently as far as their challenges are concerned. And it's all about how their mental state is. They'll have to overcome it themselves individually.
So, okay, Prasanna, what would your advice be to the Rohits, to the Jadejas, to the
Virat.
Who did we just talk about? Who did we just say?
Virat Kohli.
And Virat Kohli. Yeah, to them, what would you say to the Ishan Kishans and all of them? What, like you say, Team India is kind of our love as well. What would you say to these guys?
I mean, I think it's sometimes they just take too much pressure on themselves and that comes in the way of trying to play a natural game. I know there is a match to be won, there is a trophy to be won, there's things to be look forward to. But if pressure takes over your mind, you won't play a natural game. So it's just go for a natural game and just play out the situation. I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but once you get down there to the cauldron, it's 1,000 times difficult. But just play a natural game and don't let anything take over you. It's just that simple thing. It's a simple thing by saying, but to put into practice, it's 1,000 times harder.
Yeah. it's a bit like your wedding day. You know, like you build up to your wedding day. You think, yeah, it's going to be the best day of my life. Here I go for it. I'm going to make sure I have so much fun. And before you know it, you're in tears. It's all too emotional. You've overthought it. You've overworked it. Sometimes just let it be. Just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? You got to let go of the moment and just be in it as well. The top three are gone in Mukesh's spells, says Whistle Cover. Thank you to all the comments. CSK win. The points table will have an earthquake. Yeah, it's going to be a big change. Who is your Rario player of the day, Rishi, for CSK?
Gaikwad has to be. I think he's the player who can get us the big start. He can accelerate towards the end as well. And I have always been saying this: if we want to win a game, one of our openers has to stay till the end, bat all 20 overs. And I believe Rituraj Gaikwad is the kind of a player who can do that. And he needs to start doing that. If he wants to get into the India team, he needs to play those big, long innings, bat 20 overs, bat 18 overs, get us a big score and score big as well for his personal milestones as well. So I think Rituraj Gaikwad is the player to watch out for us today.
Okay. And Muskan, who would you say it is for Mumbai Indians?
I would want Tim David to be the player the standing player out. So with Pollard not in form and our middle order too isn't very strong. So I hope Tim David, he is a good finisher. We have seen what his capabilities are and what he has done in the BBL. So I hope he justifies his talent and gets us past the line.
Okay, she's hoping on a good performance from him. But Naresh, who is the official Rario player?
Ishan Kishan, and like as Rishi said, it's very important for the openers to build the inning for you, and it's going to be Ruturaj versus Ishan, and you can say it's going to be Tikshana versus Ishan and Bumrah versus Ruturaj. That kind of matchup is going to happen. So, but yeah, Ishan needs to come back in form. Personally, very important for him with the team getting announced for the South Africa series. So yeah. Very important.
Because of the position of everyone.
Sorry to cut you there. Obviously, we have the greatest battle out there, DJ versus Pollard. Hopefully, Bravo doesn't give him gifts on his birthday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Might be all wrapped up. Might be giving us one with a little bow on it as well. Okay. We're going to get into fighting talk in just a moment. 30 seconds each to give it as much as you can to the other side. You don't have to hold back. You can just go for it. But let me just remind everybody, if you go to rario.com, you can get yourself a free NFT, but it means signing up. And signing up takes about 60 seconds. I did it, and this is proof that I've done it. And this is how easy and straightforward and simple it is. Check it out.
It's so easy. You type in your email address first of all. This is it. This is step one. Email address. You can all do that. And then once you've filled that one in, you go down to the line below and you type in your username. I'm going with Big Tom. And then you put in your password. Make this unique to yourself, something that you're going to remember, and you have officially got yourself into the site. Then, of course, you've got to make sure you're not a robot by typing in the code. You hit submit, you wait for the email to come into your inbox, and you confirm it. That's it.
That's it. All right. I have to give him a mention. We've got to pay our bills, people. I've got to thank Rario for supporting this show. I heard the commentary, I think it was on yesterday's game, maybe on the DC game, and he went, he caught that ball so easily, a bit like how you can transfer money with Rupee. And I'm like, what? He just spooned in, the commentator just spooned in that little mention. So I'm like, well, if they can mention Rupee like that, I can mention Rario like that. It's so easy. You can get involved. No, you can. Sign up, but what Rario are doing is they're giving you free NFTs for signing up at the moment. So just join it. Join the whole NFT crypto world and see if it's something that excites you, interests you, and who knows, you may even make some money out of it as well. Okay, on to fighting talk time. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I've got to keep ding-a-linging myself. Who's going to do the fighting talk on behalf of the Mumbai Indians, the party poopers?
Muskan, you want to go?
Muskan,
let's be honest, I don't think being 9th and 10th, I don't think none of us are in the mood to fight.
Well, you have to.
Tommy, like the best thing to do is let the Chennai Super fans do a request onto the Mumbai Indians team that please let us win today and then go on and win your remaining game. I have actually personally messaged to Mumbai Indian fans that I hope Mumbai Indians go easy on us today. Pollard don't fire, Rohit and Ishan don't get the big start, and Mumbai don't win today's game. I really hope that happens, man. I really hope.
So
But
what is it?
Rishi,
That's not
okay, as the fighting talk is still on, Tommy, it is on only. As you said, हमारा चाचा का मैदान है, so we will decide who stays and who goes. Market
Yeah.
is ours.
It's true. It's true. It's their house. Okay, so hold a minute. That was like reverse fighting talk from Rishi. He kind of was like, please don't hit me too hard. Go easy. So I don't know if that's fighting talk, but he's kind of getting ready for the fight anyway. I'll tell you what, Muskan, can you fight in 30 seconds why it's Mumbai Indians Day? Let's get our newbie Muskan to the show. 30 seconds. Why is it your day? Your time starts now.
So defeating CSK has always been our thing. We have defeated him always in the final. CSK was never able to win a final against us. So I am considering this match to be our final. You know, we will kick CSK out of the playoffs, and I hope Pollard does his thing he's used to do against CSK, and we cross the line.
There you go. It's heartbreak versus heartmake. What are you saying, Rishi? Now, Rishi, do you want to say
No,
something?
I'll
Except
tell you
2010.
what. The biggest
Except
blooper,
2010.
2010, we defeated Mumbai Indians in the
Yeah,
final.
that was the
And
Well,
yeah. So that was the first and last. That was the first and
yeah,
last.
that was the
first
first
and
and last.
Doesn't matter. We still won a tournament against you guys. We still got the better of you. And let's not forget, when we were winning
And that was
trophies, you
first.
guys were at the
That was
bottom of the
Pollard's
table.
first season.
Yeah,
Pollard's
and
first
since
season.
then,
So
and,
today is
and since
Pollard's
then we've
day,
gone on to
birthday.
win.
So yeah.
And since then we've gone on to win a lot of trophies, Naresh. Don't worry.
Okay.
We have anyways won more than you. You know, we are the best IPL team.
They've got
yeah.
one more. That one more star. Prasanna, I need it from you, man. By the way, no towel on the head. I mean, we've seen you go through all the emotions this season, Prasanna. Is that towel to hand? No, it's no. He looked around like, no, it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, as long as there is slight hope, you kind of have that small hope within you. But to me, it's more the hope than expectation, to be honest. I mean, we all
Hold
know
on,
that
wait.
we
I
have
want it
expectations.
in proper fighting talk style, Prasanna. I want it. Give it to me. 30 seconds. Come on, let's go.
Put me on the spot there, but
Yeah, man.
So it's like that. It's like that one meme where the residents give the thief more energy drink so that they can beat them up again. So we beat them once. Lucknow and Gujarat gave them energy drinks, so they have more energy. So we can beat them up again, so they have less energy this time.
That's it. You're feeding them the sugar just to make them stand up, to knock them back down again. That's what they're doing, Naresh. They want to hurt you. Okay. All right, listen.
Tommy, last year I remember Rishi was with me. Last year I said brothers in arms, if Rishi remembers, when these two teams, brothers in arms. Today I am saying, हम डूबेंगे तुमको ले डूबेंगे.
Exactly. Everyone.
And we have a Dubey in our team.
Yes. Yes,
You
you
are
do.
good.
Okay, right. Let's see who's going to do the job on the day. That's what's going to happen right now. We're only a little way away from the game starting, so enjoy it. It's Mumbai versus CSK. It is the old Classico, and there is so much riding on it. All these teams can do right now is play with all their heart. Mumbai for pride, to show their fans what they're really about. CSK to stand any kind of chance of getting into those playoffs. It is a must win game. I just hope we're in for a great day of cricket. I want everyone to play safe, play well, play with all their heart. And people, we love you all. We love you all. Thank you so much for taking part in the show, despite all the banter and the jokes. And until tomorrow, we'll catch you then. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.